guys, this is Abhay Sharma and this time I'm back with another video. Now this is gonna be a succession of the video that I made before that was how to get a United States license. And in this video I'm specifically gonna be talking about whether your home country license is valid in the United States. Now that's a very good question asked in my previous video comments and I decided to make a video about it. I was thinking the same question before applying for a United States license. And in order to find out whether your home country license is valid in the United States, you need to call the Directory of Motor Vehicles. Now, keep that in mind if you're going on an F1 visa, that is a student's visa, you have to contact the Directory of Motor Vehicles to find out whether your home country license is valid to drive cars in the United States. Now, it specifically depends upon different countries whether your license is valid in the US or not. In my case, I could have gotten an international driver's permit from my own home country, and that permit was valid for 1 year, and once I enter the United States, it's only going to be valid for 3 months. That is what my international driver's permit allows me to drive for the duration of 3 months once I get into the United States. So these are some of the rules and regulations to keep in mind, and you could ask from the Directory of Motor Vehicles, that is a close one from your location where you plan to visit in the United States. Now it is a different scenario if you go as a visitor, then you can get an international driver's permit for just 1 month, 2 months or 3 months. It depends upon the country that you get your international driver's permit from. And you could basically drive a car in the United States. You could rent a car in the US once you have an international driver's permit. But some countries, United States allows some countries driver's license to drive cars in the United States itself. So that is what you need to keep in mind. I got my international driver's permit from Canada, and that driver's permit wasn't valid because I didn't take a driver's test. There's a totally different scenario for India because the cars, they totally run on different side of the roads, and the little bit of rules and regulations are totally different just because the cars drive on the different side and the driver's seat is on the right side as well. So therefore, I asked from Directory of Motor Vehicles whether my Indian license is valid to drive in the United States. Now make sure to keep that in mind that some rules and regulations are followed by separate states itself. Separate states have its own laws regarding driving cars in the United States. So make sure you follow that as well. Like California has its own rules, New York has its own rules, Alabama has its own driving rules where some of the home country licenses you find are going to be valid in some states, whereas others, they're not valid. So you need to keep this in mind to ask the Directory of Motor Vehicles whether your license is valid or not, and you could simply do that by calling them according to the location where you're going to visit and asking them whether your home country license is valid in the United States in that particular state where you're driving or not. But the best bet that I would advise you is if your home country license is totally valid to drive in the United States, and there's no need to get a US license. However, if it is not valid or is valid for a particular time period, then I would definitely recommend you to get a US state license so that you can drive freely in the United States without any specific obligations to driving in the US. If you have any other questions regarding driving in your particular area or in these states, make sure you check out the Directory of Motor Vehicles website, and there's going to be questions that are going to be answered according to a particular state. You could select the state and find out whether your license is valid or not. And if you need an international driver's permit to drive in the United States, or you need a US driver's license to be eligible to drive in the US. Make sure you like my video, subscribe to my channel, and also share it so that other people could get an idea how to live in the United States and different tips and techniques about living in the United States. I'm gonna see you in the next video.